Hi, my name's Tarek, and in this video, I'm just going to spend a few minutes giving you an overview of back pain. So, a lot of people come to yoga because they want to manage their back pain, or they come to my clinic because they want help or treatment for back pain. So, I just want to give you a general idea of how back pain is approached by Ayurveda and how I help students, or what I focus on in yoga classes when people ask me to help them with back pain. So the first thing to establish is that it's really important to know why you have back pain, and you may need professional help with this because you may have chronic back pain, you may have acute back pain, and depending on the cause, yoga may or may not be helpful for back pain. So is it a muscle strain? Is it a herniated or a bulging disc that's pressing into the nerve? Is it just a muscle injury where you need a bit of rest? Is it caused by pinching or compression? Are you developing osteoporosis? Uh, or do you have spinal stenosis, which is a narrowing of the spinal canal? What is the cause? And so, on that basis, when you know why you have back pain, then you can put the yogic and Ayurvedic approach more into a useful context for yourself. One of the things that Thomas Hanna talks about is the stiff spinal segment, where if you're squeezing and compressing the spinal vertebrae for a long period of time by, for example, sitting at your desk, then it's what happens is that you eventually squeeze the life out of that disc. So that what happens at night is that your spinal vertebrae regenerates by allowing fluid back into itself. But over a long period of time, if you're squeezing, because of gravity, if you're squeezing fluid and life out of a disc, it can eventually die. And this is one of the great causes of disintegration of the discs between the vertebrae. So there are other related reasons why, like abdominal weakness, poor posture, poor variety of movement. All of these things can contribute to why we get back pain and why we cannot seem to overcome it. So the lack of movement, the stress and injury. Stress is another big thing, and stress can cause a spontaneous tightening, for example, of the hip flexors, the most important of those being the psoas, causing misalignments, causing back pain. And we in these situations, yoga can actually be very, very helpful. One of the things that happens when we are in a perpetual state of stress is that our body and mind actually forgets its true how it should feel. So instead of being in a relaxed state, because relaxation is kind of our birthright state, if you like, we are in a perpetual state of fight, flight, or fright, I guess. And this can lead to the mind literally forgetting how to let go and how to readjust and heal itself. So this habitual contraction caused by daily stresses can lead to stiff spinal segment, which we talked about earlier, chronic stiffness, chronic soreness, and a sort of chronic limited range of movement. And this can get worse and worse as we get older, but the more we become aware of it, the more we can actually overcome it. And yoga and Ayurveda can certainly help for that. So if we are experiencing stiffness, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, shallow breathing, and high blood pressure, then this may be because of the postural misalignments and the holding patterns that we've created over a period of time that have led to this situation. So there are many, many strategies that yoga and Ayurveda uses to overcome these conditions. So the Ayurvedic approach to back pain is based on the idea of Vata dosha, Vata meaning wind, and so the internal winds of the body can get blocked, or they can flow excessively, or they can get impaired or corrupted, which leads to tissue depletion, weakness, dehydration, where the body is not able to hydrate, it's not able to send fluids, as we talked about earlier, into the discs and into the tissues generally. And this can lead to disturbances of mind and nervous system. But it's not just the back pain that Ayurveda views. It views it much more holistically. If you're Vata imbalanced, for example, you won't just experience back pain. You'll also experience insomnia, constipation, IBS, general digestive issues, anxiety, restlessness, dry skin, dry hair. There can be all sorts of conditions that Vata imbalance can lead to. So this holistic view of back pain is, I think, is really important and useful for people to, so that we're not so reductionistic in the way we view our condition. So if you want to know a bit more about this kind of work, this way of approaching back pain, this way of understanding Ayurveda and yoga, then do contact me. I always have workshops and courses and classes coming up, and I look forward to working with you.